It's showtime. This is the Hard Cam Wrestling Podcast. I am Ryan Palmer, joined this week by Nick of the Twin Towers. Say hello, Nick.
Hello.
And James Richards. Say hello, James Lizard King.
Yo, I'm really excited to talk about this. So much happened last night.
It was a very eventful and newsworthy night of wrestling. For one half of the wrestling spectrum, anyway. The other half, not so much, I guess, but we'll get to those points shortly. You can follow the Hardcam Wrestling Podcast on Twitter at Hardcam Wrestling Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Yardy316. You can follow and listen to the podcast on Podbeam as well. James, do you want to plug your socials?
You can find me on Twitter at HardCamJames. Talk about wrestling and football and all crap.
Nick, do you want to plug your socials as well?
Yeah, just look me up on Twitter at Pencil Tree and on the Associated Wrestling artwork page. That's on the Hardcam Wrestling Podcast Facebook page. You find me on there.
And also on YouTube as well. So don't forget to listen on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube as well.
And ring that notification bell.
There you go. The notification bell. Don't be a bell end. Do the bell. But so NXT started off with Leon Ruff and Damian Priest versus Legado del Fantasma. For some reason, I don't know.
I think they had an interaction backstage late day, the network exclusive or whatever it was.
Do you have much to say about this one, Nick?
If I'm totally honest with you, I'm just kind of here for AEW. I planned on watching NXT after AEW, but I kind of just thought I'd just be like, because the AEW show was so full of stuff. I kind of thought I'll give it a day before I watch NXT because I'm just gonna not enjoy it otherwise. Or it's just gonna be pissing in the wind.
Well. Looks like that's the three of us just winging it then. Johnny Gargano was on commentary, giving it loads of mouth about both Leon Ruff and Damian Priest and how they don't live up to him and stuff. And there was a really funny joke about something that he cracked a funny joke. Can't remember what the joke was. But it was like a pretty corny freaking joke. Like, what does he call a peanut or something really daft like that?
Brown and sticky.
No, yeah, it's brown and sticky. Yes, Dick. There was like three ghost faces in the audience as well for some. Well,
Didn't
for
realise
some
it was
strange
still
reason.
Halloween Havoc.
Exactly. It's like
It's been going on for 5 weeks now, hasn't it?
Who the fuck are they as well? So following on from last week where there was a ghost face in the back of his car, there was these three. There was two behind commentary, which scared the shit out of Barrett. And there was one, I'm sure there was one near the ring entrance as well. So Ruff and Priest won. Priest was going to pin or do his finisher, his arrow finisher, whatever it was, on one of the Legado guys. I can't even remember what the hell his name is. It's bad. Raul Mendoza, that's it, yes. But Leon Ruff decided to tag himself in. Does his high split-legged frog splash for the win. 1, 2, 3. They win. That's it. Pretty. It must be one of those matches that they just decided to add last minute on social media for reasons unknown. I think they must have just gave up. They saw the lineup of Winter is coming and just thought, no, we're not competing with that, so we're just going to put any old crap along with a promo and the ladder match as well. So we had like video segments about last week about Pat McAfee, Finn Balor, the ladder match between Dunn and O'Reilly. There was a backstage segment with Shotzi in a workshop, again making
a tank.
Making a tank or something. Then Ember Moon turns up with Rhea Ripley. They say, "Here's your engine" or something like that. I couldn't make out exactly what it was, and it glows. So it's some sort of weird homage to, Pulp Fiction with the briefcase.
It's a soul.
It's the soul. It's the soul.
It's
the
a flux
soul of the tank.
capacitor. It's a flux capacitor. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Great Scott. So we get another video segment. We got the Undisputed Era on a night out, all dressed in suits. They got like shirts and ties on. They're drinking wine. They're chatting about what's been going on over the past few years, that they've been the most dominant faction in war games, etc., etc., etc.
Even though I've lost 2 out of 3, but
yeah. Yeah, they've been, or I suppose it counts for them being more experienced, seeing as they've been in the last couple more than anyone else. But exactly, they're not unstoppable, but they're experienced enough. Next match is Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. Straight to the moon. And is up against another one of the new guys, the new recruits. He basically jobs him out. The new dude doesn't really stand much of a chance. He comes out with a sack as well. And I think in the sack he's got the strap. And he straps the guy and he beats the crap out of the guy. And then Dexter Lumis decides to come out and do his eye thing and stares into the camera. Any of you two bother to catch this at all, or have any thoughts on it?
Just because, like we said last week, I like Grimes and Loomis. It's one of the matches for war games that I'm looking forward to. So I did look this bit up. I went on YouTube earlier and looked through what the highlight videos were on the WWE channel, and this one got my attention.
Good. What about you, James?
No, I didn't really catch, but I heard some reviews online. But I'm enjoying Grimes and Loomis. It's a feud where it doesn't necessarily matter who wins or loses.
Yeah.
It's a strap match, so people be protected. But I think what the main thing about this feud is the character work.
Yeah.
Obviously, it won't really matter if Loomis wins or loses. Grimes still be scared of him no matter what.
Yeah, and it's where they go to next as well. I mean, where if Loomis wins, do they start moving him up? Does he start going into the upper mid card, into the main event scene, or does Cameron Grimes? I would have thought Cameron Grimes would have been the more logical one for them to do with more personality that he's got and that he's shown. Yeah. But, who knows? So we have next is Tony Nese versus what's his name? Jake Atlas. It's like I didn't even know Tony Nese was still on this show. So what in the hell? Why is this match occurring for? So again, another match. It seems like they just put on for the sake of putting on.
I think it's like race for the cruiserweight title or some crap like that. Probably.
He does mention that at the end. Yeah, he mentions that at the end. He says he wants to show people that he's for real. He pays homage to Pat Patterson, saying that Patterson made it possible for guys like him to showcase their talents. But basically, like a gay icon as such. He's openly gay. Patterson was openly gay, so it just basically gave him inspiration to become a wrestler and to be proud of who he is. And he wins with his DDT move. I can't remember what the hell the move is. During the match as well, you see like a picture of Pat McAfee turning up with the rest of his gang in a yellow Hummer, a big nasty low Hummer. To which they come out. Pat McAfee cuts a fire promo.
Thank you.
Nick, you were saying that you were highly impressed about this promo.
Yeah, man. As we've mentioned before, McAfee's on point when it comes to promos. I know some people will disagree.
Joe.
It was the perfect go home promo. It's not just the words that he was delivering; it was the facial expressions, everything. Like when Dunn grabbed the mic and spoke, just the look on McAfee's face was like, "And this dude never speaks." And it's just kind of like everything. It just worked for me. I rate McAfee.
Yeah, devastating promo. Talking about people, you're going to be watching this pay-per-view from your stupid mum's basement. So that, it's not slagging off the basement. It's not slagging you off for watching it in the basement. It's slagging off your mum having a fucking basement. Fucking hell. Jeez. So yeah, his promo this week was exceptional. And I don't understand people who say he's a shit promo because he's clearly not. He even tried to copy the accent as well, which was pretty funny. So again, it was a fire promo. It built up War Games this Sunday pretty freaking well.
War Games. That was a go home show, wasn't it?
It certainly is. Yes. And we get a couple of vignettes. We get a vignette for the grizzled young veterans showcasing their stuff in NXT UK. We get another spooky segment with Boa and Zaya Lee getting punished for not winning, and they're getting beaten and dunked in water, which is just bizarre. It's like, okay, where's this going? Who is it?
This story intrigues me. I want the payoff.
I want the payoff to be good. I don't want it to be some stereotypical sort of Chinese nonsense.
It'll be them just coming back with different gimmicks, blonde hair or some shit. And,
I've got faith in on NXT. If this was in Vince's hands, I would be absolutely petrified of the stereotypical bollocks that they were going to come out with.
Yeah, it would turn out to be Hornswoggle.
There's some Chinese dragon.
Please God, no. Fucking hell. So they're getting drowned, waterboarded, getting taught a lesson. And then we get the grizzled young veterans coming out in their Liverpool scarves. Even I think James Drake is from Nottingham or somewhere, isn't he? So
From Blackpool.
He's from Blackpool.
Yeah. He was part of the tag team before that with some other dude from Blackpool. I can't remember what they were called.
So I guess he could be a Liverpool supporter as well. I guess it doesn't really matter these days. But they're coming out to meet Everrise. Everrise get jumped again. So they can't go through their match. They get jumped by Imperium, flung out the ring. Imperium and Grizzled Young Veteran have a mouthy back and forth. The ref, for some reason, makes the match. So they have a match. It was like, this wasn't the scheduled match, ref. You can't really do this. Really?
He needs to have a match to get paid, so he's making that match.
Oh, well, fair enough. There's the logic. You found the logic hole. So they're in the middle of a match. I don't know. Something weird happened. I don't know if it was just a particular feed that I was watching or this actually happened. It just seemed to go to commercial. All four of them were out the ring. Right, so Imperium were facing off against Grizzled Young Veterans out the ring. It went to a commercial and then it cut to backstage and it's a during commercial and it's following Everrise leaving. And it's just like, huh? What the fuck happened? And then Everrise get in their car and leave. So I'm like, that's the weirdest thing ever. It's like the previous match didn't finish. There was no explanation. So I don't know if anyone had a different feed. or if your highlights showed anything different at all.
Didn't watch highlights on that one, so we'll leave that one up to people in the comments.
Fair dues.
Let us know what you thought of the show.
Well, just let us know how that ended. That'd be nice.
I'm very fucking curious about that match. We had Thatcher's Catch Can segment. Thatcher's in the ring with one of his students, and then Ciampa turns up. One of his students decides, Ciampa decides to like knock Thatcher on his arse. One of his students decides to fucking try and mix it up with Ciampa, which isn't a good idea. Why you'd even bother to do that? It's like hitting a hornet's nest, and it's just suicide basically. Thatcher gets the upper hand, takes out Ciampa, fucks him up pretty badly. We then get.
Oh, it's also been announced Thatcher versus Ciampa for Takeover.
Oh yes,
Announced that today.
The guy that came out with Thatcher, the student, obviously was one of the new recruits that they've been posting pictures of on the PC. Was it the dude with the sort of longish hair? So
Yes.
got like massive arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude stood out to me out of all the photos of from the latest recruits from the PC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that kid is, but yeah. And if they're using him straight off in one of these stories, I'm interested.
Oh, it's something. There's a backstage segment with Thatcher, weren't there?
Yeah.
In the background, you see one of the students getting approached by Malcolm.
Malcolm Bivens.
Yeah.
Ah.
We got her business card and walks off.
Fuck yeah, you're right. I did. Oh shit.
Anything
well
with Malcolm,
spotted.
I'm happy with. He's so funny.
So I wonder what happened to Indu Share in that instance. Then.
Oh,
Yeah. So they did. So we did. Then we get the ladder match: Shotzi versus Raquel Gonzalez. It's a pretty standard fare. Lots of high spots, lots of dangerous shit from both of them. Really, lots of apron spots, dangerous fucking ladder spots. Then you have some interference by the heel team. So Candice, Kota, and Tony, they all rush the ring to try and get Raquel to win the match. Raquel's halfway up the ladder, and then fucking Io Shirai just comes out of nowhere, jumps straight on the back of.
that was impressive.
That was impressive. Yeah.
Was it not sloppy?
No, that wasn't actually sloppy. No, neither was her moonsault, which I was impressed with. Her moonsault was crisp and actually clean onto the pile of people, which she must be light as a feather, so that she wouldn't have been able to really knock them down. But kayfabe it.
Wrestling.
It's wrestling, yes. No, not sloppy at all. So that enables Shotzi to climb the ladder, grab the briefcase, and win the match. So the faces somehow, for once, get the person advantage at War Games, which I don't think happens a lot, if any, if at all, really.
I can't remember, because normally it's the underdog thing, isn't it? You let the bad guys go first, so you build up the underdog.
Exactly. So maybe they might have fucked himself up by booking it that way. But
they might do an angle before the match with a beatdown.
Yeah.
Yep, we could do that. That makes sense. NXT wasn't too bad.
Just
it was
severely overshadowed.
Yeah, incredibly overshadowed by one hell of a newsworthy AEW show. So if anyone wants to take actually, I'll take the first one and just breeze by it, which is just the Dynamite ring battle royale.
Some good stuff in that though, man. That was
it was fun stuff in that.
Yes, yeah, it was.
Planting seeds here and there and everywhere. It's like grow into an awesome garden of storiness.
I wonder how cold 45 degrees is or something, because that seems
They
hot
do. They
to
do.
me.
They do Fahrenheit there. Haven't they?
What's the conversion? Is that like 10 degrees or something?
7 degrees.
7 degrees? Oh shit, that really is cold then. But they're in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It is
Oh,
winter.
fair enough. Yeah, it is winter. Winter has come.
Winter has come. Turns out it wasn't a Game of Thrones reference. I was saying. What is it called today?
So this was good. This was, as you said, it was planting lots of seeds. There was a lot of
Story.
yes, there was. So they all get in the ring. Apart from Spears and Sky, they're staring each other out. There's a backstage promo of what happened like earlier on. MJF says, if one of these two guys win this ring, or if I win this ring, it's not my ring, it's our ring.
Utter bullshit.
Fucking hilarious. Sammy's just like, what? And Wardlow's just like, really? Like, what the fuck? So I think they're really good. Matt Hardy gets rid of Isaiah Scott. I don't think Mark Quinn notices at all. So he just carries on helping him.
Are we going to kill Matt Hardy now then? Do you reckon? This new character, are we going to get heel?
Well, I think we'll get Big Money Matt.
Yeah, it's Big Money Matt. It's definitely Big Money Matt that's coming in.
Such an underrated character as well. It only lasted a few months.
Yeah. And then he went on to Broken Matt. Yeah, he fell off a ladder and was like,
no, I think
his head.
Jeff Hardy swanton bomb him off a really high place.
He did, yeah, off the side, steps going up the side of the wall. Or something it was.
Yeah, that was it.
Right.
Jeff did Jeff things. He did that on Monday and he died because of it. But
oh fucking hell! Hitting his head on the steel steps.
Yeah,
jeez, that was rough. Hangman gets rid of Serpentigo. The Dark Order ride him. Dark Order ride him like a horse. Silver, John Silver of the Dark Order. He jumps on Hangman Page's back and it's like, woo, 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 woo.
I love his touch between Dark Order and Hangman. I love John Silver.
This was insane, the amount of interactions between the Dark Order and Hangman Page in this match. The inner circle throughout the whole match is just staying as 3 and they just stick in a corner. I think they're outside first of all and then they just slip back in and they just stay in the corner. So you've got Wardlow in front protecting Sammy and MJF all throughout the match. It's just like really sly. You don't notice it until the very end where it's like everyone out the pool and there's hardly anyone there. It's just you just see the 3 of them in one of the corners. They keep moving around the corners as well.
Matt Hardy got a lot of eliminations.
He sure did. Miro got a lot of eliminations.
Miro looked amazing this match.
This was Miro's moment. It's like we've been waiting for it first since he's come in to show that beast side. He went beast mode.
Tony Khan did a media call and he got asked why Miro's sort of hanging about. He went, if you're doing rankings, it's hard to push some in the room if they join the end of the later bit of the year. Which obviously they do rankings. You can't have Miro just come in 1 and get a normal contenders match. And yeah, it sort of makes sense. Someone build it slowly. We all know Miro's charismatic as hell. He looks like he's having fun again.
That's it. He's just come in. He's having fun. We talked about it a few weeks ago where if he'd have come in and they'd pushed him straight up to the main event, people would have kicked off that a former WWE guy came in straight, and got straight to the top. But then, we question it when they come in and he's just having a bit of fun and just doing stuff. But you see the tunnel when he left, which tunnel he went down?
Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice.
They were going towards the good guy tunnel, and the Dark Order kind of swayed him off towards the bad guy tunnel.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
No way. You just said about the Wardlow thing, it's the little seeds if you pick up on him, you're like, oh shit, what's that mean? Where's that going? It's just good little storytelling.
Tremendous. I did not see that at all, which is a good spot. So they seem to be carrying on the feud between Spears and Sky. Spears gets eliminated, then he comes back in with the loaded glove, hits Sky in the back of the head. Sky gets turfed out by Wardlow. So there's that little element still carrying on. Inner Circle, as I say, fast forward to the end. Inner Circle, they gang up on Jungle Boy. MJF gets rid of Jungle Boy and Sammy, who are on the top turnbuckle. I think Sammy's going off it. Orange Cassidy's still on the outside as well, so they think they don't notice that he's on the outside. They drag him back in. Wardlow gets eliminated by Orange Cassidy, and it's Cassidy and MJF next week.
I can't point out that little sequence with Sammy Guevara and Jungle Boy.
Yes.
On the apron.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So good.
Yes, it was. It was
I want
slick.
to see a match between them two.
And then just the subtlety of MJF, because kind of pushing Jungle Boy, but knowing full well that Sammy would go off as well.
Yeah.
And then just be like, oh, I didn't want me. But they're totally screwing Sammy over. It's like, you bastard.
The elimination of Mark Quinn. Mark, I think it's Quinn. He drop kicks Hangman Page off the apron, but the Dark Order catch him, and he goes back in and does the buckshot lariat and onto Mark Quinn. That was pretty slick. He actually gets eliminated by Matt Hardy, so he's Page is one of Matt Hardy's elimination victims.
That's a story arc I want to see. I want to see Page go after Hardy. And if they can use Hardy to elevate Page a bit further, that's a good fucking seed if they've planted it.
Kaz versus Jericho is next. You want to take this one, James? Or Nick?
It was alright. Did the job it needed to.
Yes.
I think the angle after was a bit too soon. Give it a few more weeks, but
Where they're all fighting and he gives them the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Ultimatum, even. Yeah.
For a few weeks, but
the match though, man, you've got a dude that's nearly 50. You've got a dude that's like mid 40s in Kaz.
Yeah.
Still finding around that ring like the fucking late 20s. Kaz hits the flux capacitor, which is basically the Spanish
fly.
That's it. Yep. Still looking sweet. Jericho's still hitting the moonsaults or attempting the moonsault. Just these guys I love that match. For the purpose of just seeing those two guys go at it.
Yeah, I thought it was an okay match.
Yeah.
As you say, it did its job.
Yeah.
For me, I thought Jericho looked a bit pudgy out there. But he's 50, so what do you expect?
One thing I took away from the show, this show wasn't about stealing show matches, it wasn't about 5-star classic matches. This show was about the future storylines and the angles in it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
One thing I noticed about the show.
And then we have a ladies' match, apparently, which was like shit, but I don't think it was shit. At least it wasn't like second from the end as they usually are, and this match was good. I thought it wasn't sloppy. There's that word again. It was very. I thought Layla being short. I thought she was good. She was like really short and stocky, low center of gravity. Gives her an advantage for ground and pound and fucking all the submission moves that she was trying, all the arm bars, joint locks. Given if she was against someone similar to herself, if it was like an MMA match, possibly, it would have been even better. Not to say that Britt Baker wasn't unequal to her. There's just different wrestling styles going on. So she just wins with the lockjaw. You've got Reba interfering as well. So
that affects her though, doesn't it? Because she's definitely one for the future as well. Like James just pointed out, everything on this show is leading forward. So we know Britt Baker, we know what she can do. Like her or don't like her. But yeah, her opponent was definitely, she's going to be up there in the next 12 months. She's been protected by this sort of the interference. And then you got Thunder Rosa also, who comes out as afterwards, which is another future storyline.
yes.
And I thought it was really good for it. It was quite women's focused, which is out of sorts for AEW to a point.
Yeah, it's usually on before the main event.
Yeah,
Exactly. But yeah, smack bang in the middle of the card. Crowd still live at that point. And it wasn't terrible, this match.
No.
There's been worse matches on AEW in terms of women's matches.
There's been worse men's matches.
Exactly. And then we got the most newsworthy, one of the most newsworthy matches, and then incidents in wrestling today, I guess, not just on this show. You want to take this one, James?
Well, it's a good tag match, don't get me wrong. But people aren't going to remember the tag match, are they?
It's true. Oh my gosh.
Can we just say that we got a clean finish though?
Yep. Fair enough. Darby Allin pins.
Yeah. They could have done a WWE and had Sting come out 5 minutes earlier and totally sort of like just had a screwy finish. But at least we had a clean finish.
I don't think you get many screwy finishes in AEW apart from what happened at the end.
I think they've had like 8 screwy non-finishers in just over a year.
Fuck. I was under the impression that they had none. Oh, fuck.
No, they've had a couple, but most of them have been on Dark, and a few of them have just been storyline progressions. But 8 in 13 months or whatever it is like you get 8 in an episode of SmackDown.
That's right. Yeah, you do. That's
and we'll get on to one of the screwy finishes later.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting destroyed at the end of this match. You're getting fucking Brian Cage is dishing out F10s to everyone. Arn Anderson's getting beaten up. He shouldn't really be there at all. Dustin Rhodes is getting F10'd. Cody's
Where's all the other 100 members of the Nightmare family?
Exactly. Where's QT Marshall?
Where was QT?
Where's the guns?
And Darby Allin's getting beaten up as well until the lights go out, and then they come back on again.
So more winter things happening.
Yes. Am I the only one that shit himself when the music kicked in and the writing started to come up and you just got the S? I thought it was going to be Shaq.
Oh, I didn't think about
that. I was like, no!
No, I thought that was like, well, to be fair, I knew who it was going to be because some douchebag decided to fucking tag me in a tweet this morning. I was like, shit, no! I was like,
but Tony Schiavone sounded so happy.
Yes, he did.
It's
Dang! It was a lot better than it's Christian. I think that's what they were. You got the parallels there instead of it's Christian. You got it's Sting.
First time in 18 years he's on TNT.
Yes.
He sounded so happy.
He certainly did.
I just want to be Schiavone for like one day with those emotions. That would be like the happiest day of your life.
He's doing the interview next week, and he's like over the moon about that as well.
Yeah, I think Joe said, "I want you to do this, Tony."
Yeah, it's like you're damn right, I'm doing it.
Yeah, he comes out with a baseball bat. Team Taz leave. He comes in, stares down Arn, stares down Cody, and a longer stare for Darby Allin.
Yes.
Darby
You know
was
what?
the only one that kind of met his gaze, He's actually, Darby kind of stood up and kind of went towards him a little bit, didn't he?
But you know what one Sting did? Sting looked both halves of the face with Darby. One the non-painted, one with the painted.
Yep.
Oh, it's so good.
What does it mean? What role can Sting play in AEW from this point onwards? Do you think?
Oh, well, he's signed a full-time contract, just to give you the heads up, because
Yep.
looking at the afterwards. So, yeah, he's got a full-time, it's not like a Legends thing, it's not a managerial contract, it's a fully active contract.
He can't wrestle all the time, though.
No, I don't think he will do. I think he's signed that contract just for his ego, possibly, but I don't think he will. He might have 1 or 2 matches over the course of a year. But it'll just be, it's got to be connected with obviously Alan in some way, but in what way? That's
like a mentor or a manager.
I was so happy when Sting came out.
I love AEW, but do we need another legend manager?
Might not be, man. We have to find out what is planned.
Yeah.
But thought this moment was so good.
Yeah. I
mean,
for
chills.
Me, I got chills. Even though I knew beforehand it got spoiled, it still gave us still gave me chills. It kind of, again, I think they'll use them really well. As I said last week, I think it was that AEW have a canny knack of utilizing guys that you have in your mind have been tossed by the wayside or are useless. You've got Taz. Taz has fucking come on leaps and bounds since joining the company. On Jake, Dustin, fucking all of them, all the guys that have come back. Even Eddie Kingston as well. Eddie Kingston's come come into the company and rejuvenated his career. The only thing I had was disappointed about it was on a WWE standpoint, it's just like bang goes the cinematic match between him and Taker. Fucking hell.
And Taker's probably actually officially retired now, so.
Or is he? I think he probably should do now to say this.
I think he is.
But that for me, that was a huge mark out moment, as they say.
It's not even the last one yet of the night.
Oh man, no, it wasn't.
This is probably the second most newsworthy thing this whole show.
Yeah.
A Sting return is the second most newsworthy thing on the show.
Crazy.
Absolute crazy 2020 shit going on. Sting
This
return.
is a good part of the 2020 shit.
Yes.
It's so good.
FTR are taking on the Varsity Blondes next week. The Varsity Blondes being Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh, okay.
I think Brian Pillman. the excitement. I guess that's like homage to the Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah.
Which his dad was in. And the fucking backstage interview with Marvez and Hikaru Shida, which they kind of botched.
Oh, this is crap.
They had a golden opportunity to do the "We're live, pal," but they didn't. What the fuck? It's like he's faced with an open goal and he's missed it. He's 3 yards out and he's missed it. No, we're on live TV.
I didn't even think that when it's got back to normal it was that good anyway. Carl, she goes, I'm not scared of something. Bunden's music come on. Oh, I'm scared. I run away.
Yeah.
So, for God's sake. You know, I mean, more respect is she went, I am scared, but I'm going to face her. If she wants to fight, I'll take it.
damn right. Yeah, that would have made more sense as a fighting champion. That's what you expect of your fighting champion. She did say a couple of weeks ago that she would face anyone. Now she's kind of like running away.
Seth was obviously scared of the Fiend, but he's still fine, and he does that with in the corner. It's okay to feel scared. Seth Rollins can do it.
Yeah, but we know how that ended.
Yeah.
So maybe those promos were good. The match was shit. These promos are shit. The match will be good.
Let's hope.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
But fair, I don't even think that was that good. To be fair, as the thing falls to him.
Main event time, guys.
Oh bloody hell!
Moxley versus Kenny Omega for the AEW Championship.
You do just as well as for Kenny, but not for Jan Moxley. Do you know where this Long John came from?
Yes.
He just what's had a bet with Cena, didn't he?
Yeah.
About how long he can do Save John.
Yes.
In an entrance.
And seems like Roberts won. Justin Roberts won because he could do it from the entrance, because Cena always used to run into the ring anyway. Yeah. So by the time Cena got into the ring, he'd stopped and stuff. But Mox, he walks to the ring, so he can't hold it for that one. But that's where he got it from. So this match, pretty good match, pretty decent match.
Not as good as Full Gear last year, but that's the point. You don't want the match to overshadow what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's
going to be a third match as well. You're going to get your 5-star match in the return.
Yeah.
This was a story match. Purely for the end.
Story match as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm not besmirching the match. It was a quality match, but you'll see a lot of people kicking off.
Yeah.
They were expecting like a 5-star match. They was expecting like a fucking Meltzer 8-star match or something, but you weren't going to get that on TV because of the ending as well. You will get.
It could have, but if it depended what the end of the show would be. If they had that ending we had, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
be a 5-star match. But if it's just a normal clean finish,
but because of the ending, you weren't going to get. But I think people wanted both, and it's just like no.
Speaking of people kicking off as well, going backwards a second, people on Twitter kicking off about Sting, like saying, "Oh, it's Goldberg," equating it to Goldberg. Just like, what? Oh, come on.
Goldberg didn't beat two of your most popular people in the company to win the world title.
Who? Goldberg?
They beat Owens and Fiend. So Sting's not going to come in and beat Kenny, is he?
I think it's a lot of people just doing but if it was in WWE, you would la-di-da-di-da-di-da. It's like, no, not as such, but fucking
if Sting came back to WWE, I would still pop.
Yeah, pop.
Sting turned up 6 years ago in WWE, I popped. Sting turned up last night, I popped. So yeah, it's exactly the same as it is in both companies for me.
Cool. So
but with a better end, he's not going to get better. Triple H.
No, he's not going to get. Obviously not. He fucking hell. That was horrific. 2 matches in the whole of that company. The second one, first one he gets buried. Let's face it, that was a burial. The WCW got buried again, even though they didn't need to be. And the second one he gets injured and retired. Fucking hell. But in this company now, hopefully it will not happen. I can't see it happening.
Oh no, it's like James said before and said it last week. These guys come into AEW and they're regenerated. They've got energy there. You know, they've got a fuel for it again. So I can't see anything negative coming from Sting. But sorry, yeah, Moxley.
Also, quick little side note: Don Callis is on commentary. We'll get.
Yes, Don Callis is on commentary because he knows Kenny Omega. It's like an uncle to him. I think he said he knew his dad who was a wrestler in Calgary. I think it was Calgary.
It's Winnipeg, that's from.
Oh, Winnipeg. It's Winnipeg, you idiot.
I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
It was called the Golden Sheik. And they mentioned Impact as well on commentary. I think they did before anyway when he was on commentary before.
I think let's talk about the match first, so we can get all into the story a bit afterwards. Because the match was good as well. Always going to go a bit here, there, and everywhere. So one thing about it is the gentleman's agreement they had.
Yeah, out and out wrestling, no cheating, no weapons.
So it looks a bit. If you go, Moxie gets 2 chairs, thinking, He just sits it down, sits Kenny on it, beat the piss out of each other. I love that.
Yeah. I was expecting someone to get a card out and start fucking like a playing card.
Then we had 10 minutes of V triggers, which I don't actually mind.
That was explosive though, man. Our first one.
I like because it's not a finishing move, is it? This is the move Omega uses to beat the shit out of people.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Don't stop using it. And I just love how he does the V trigger. I honestly don't mind him going for 10 minutes. V trigger, V trigger, V trigger, V trigger.
Expecting him to do a Kamagoye at one point as well, because he did the he paid tribute to Okada with Okada's dropkick.
Yeah.
And Okada's pose. So I thought, all right, if you're going to pull that out, you're going to pull out Kota Ibushi's Kamagoye as well. No, he didn't.
He did the big stuff, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he was going for the Phoenix. I don't think he pulled it off. I can't remember him pulling it off. He was going for it, but he got countered. He got a TD 98 in. So we had Omega was on the top rope or something, and he got pushed out of the ring. Moxley goes out after him. He gives him the paradigm shift onto the heaters that are outside because it's so cold out there in an open air fucking stadium. Well, of course, it bloody well would be. And we've got to have heaters out there. So he gets paradigm shifted on the heater, hits his head on the concrete. Kayfabe. All the doctors and referees come out there, seeing to Omega. Mox goes back in the ring. Mox comes out of the ring, drags Omega back in the ring. Don Callis comes down because he's concerned. He's got a microphone. He's saying he's hurt. Referee Mox punches Don Callis down. The mic rolls out of his, and then the ref gives Mox a gig, and then Omega hits Mox with the microphone. Then Mox blades. Then there's more V triggers. There's so many V triggers. Mox is busted open. One winged angel. 1, 2, 3. New champion. New AEW champion. Don Callis decides to come back. Picks up Omega, and they're out the fucking door. Right. Oh, actually, when Justin Roberts is doing the ring announcement for the winner, Don Callis comes by and just rips the freaking title out of Justin Roberts' hand. Justin Roberts is like, ooh, right in the middle of his announcement, which is a good touch. He's just like, what the hell's going on? So then they're out. Were you going to say something there, James?
Look, the story here was screaming us in the face and it's all out.
Really?
So, after when All Out, when Omega and Page lost the tag titles, we see Omega going to out in the SUV, the same SUV we saw tonight, and him saying to the Bucks, look, you're either with me in this or you're not. And he just goes. And then the interview he did for the Page match, he was at Don Callis' house during that interview.
Right. Yeah, so that's right.
The story has been right in front of us since All Out.
Shit.
back in August.
That's some subtle shit. That.
But in your wildest dreams, you would not have made that connection in regards to like well, what we said at the end before they get in the car.
Yeah, they did so well just putting Don Callis as a special guest, saying, "Oh, he's here just to call the Kelly match." Which is fair enough. They're good friends.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think that.
No, not you. Would you ever think two companies are going to be like, hang on a minute, we can,
This was done so well.
Yep. So they get in the car. Sorry, go on.
I'll take over.
You take over.
Yeah. So they they run up backstage. The wrestlers are shouting at McKenny, saying like, "What are you doing?" Stuff like that. They get outside. The interview guy, I can't remember his name, comes in saying, "But what's this happened?" And Don Callis goes, "We'll talk about it Tuesday." But they goes, "Dynamite's not on a Tuesday; it's on a Wednesday." So he goes, "We'll talk about it, Impact TV, Impact on Access TV," and goes, "Whoa!"
At that fucking point, I lose my shit. I'm just like, no fucking way! Oh my god!
So Kenny Omega is going to be on Impact next week.
Yeah.
But one thing that confuses me, Impact's taped all the way until January. So I wonder how they're going to do this. Is it going to be video, or is it they're just going to insert a new segment?
It's gone off to insert a new segment. There's no way this has been pre-recorded because it would have got out at some point. There's no way this was being kept under wraps unless it's been, they literally do it on the day.
Unless it was just Callis, Kenny, and the commentators in the building.
Yeah, possibly. But I'm just thinking, in this day and age, you know what it's like for fucking things getting leaked or something.
But holy shit.
That's huge. Are we thinking then it's going to be a full-blown partnership? Are we thinking that we're going to start getting AEW guys on Impact or vice versa? Or
well, there's been lots of back and forth on Twitter. Carl Anderson tweeted, "Here we go."
Yeah, FTR and Motor City Machine Guns have been going at it.
And the North. And then Carl Anderson on the Bucks put a picture up of them as Generation Me.
Yeah.
With a reply of Luke Gallows with showing them to in Bullet Club. So there's been lots of theories. What if it was a TNA guy that attacked?
Oh shit,
Moxley.
Shit. What if I made that connection?
Sammy Callahan, please.
Shamrock or Callahan. No, both from the even if it's Shamrock, Callahan's involved. Moxley versus Callahan. Jesus.
They're former tag team top partners as well.
Yeah.
But this blew my mind when I first saw it.
But then, was it Palmer? You said something earlier, like after Impact, imagine going to the airport and flying off to Japan. What if New Japan's involved in this as well?
I don't think it should be going all out like that just yet.
No, but eventually down the line, a month or however long down the line, is this going to be a storyline that just rolls and rolls and rolls? Are we talking, is this going to be ongoing now for the next 6 months? Will New Japan turn up at some point in it? Is it going to be a three-way fucking interpromotional war?
Could do. We also got a AAA element, an NWA element into this whole thing.
Well, is Omega still AAA champ?
He's still Mega champ. Yeah, he's still. But all the different types of things you can do here.
Is this all lots of companies coming together just to stick the fingers up at WWE?
I think it's just.
Fuck them.
Tony Khan is a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So he's gonna want to do this. But this is for the fans.
Yeah.
Seeing stuff like this. Machine Guns FTR, Callahan Moxley.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that it could be. Well, a friend of mine was. I posted my my comment about what if Mox turns up whilst Kenny and Don are doing their promo, and they jokingly, because the way it now comes out, the way it comes out, it sounds a bit comical because it sounds like a fucking Benny Hill chase. So they brawl. He chases them out of the building. They get in the car or something. They end up at an airport. Callis and can he get on a plane to Japan? And I don't know, fucking Mox gets on the next plane afterwards going to Japan. Be like several hours later, but he gets on the plane to Japan.
Last week as well. Omega flew off somewhere last week when he was cutting an interview. Didn't he? Said he's got a flight to catch. So yeah, what if he's been doing it over in Japan this last week, building up for this kind of thing? You know, storyline-wise.
Do you reckon this is building up to the Blood and Guts match? Team Impact versus Team AEW.
Shit.
Impact led by Omega and AEW led by Mox.
In the match beyond.
Yeah. Blood and Guts, whatever it's called.
What if it's a return to the territories? What if there's like a working agreement between what about ROH? Maybe they're involved. Maybe they can get involved as well. Or MLW. Fuck.
But let's just kind of go back to the Blood and Guts thing. So if it's like, what is that, 5-on-5? Because it was meant to be in a circle versus. So just
Omega, Callahan, Shamrock, Young, another heel versus Bob.
Who would be Team EW?
Moxley, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to see Death Triangle.
Oh. Ooh.
And two more. That's one more.
One more, yeah.
And play Cody. Or Paige. You know this is building up to Paige to stand up to Omega and beat him.
Yeah, Paige
has to be Paige.
He's the guy who saves the day eventually down the line.
Yeah, this has to be Paige that comes out on top. TNA did retweet AEW's video saying Tuesdays are the new Wednesdays.
NXT should just move to Tuesday or go back to the network or some shit, because it's just fucking. It's not even a war anymore. A war is when two armies are fighting. This is just a trouncing.
Put NXT on Thursday. You've got Impact, Dynamite, NXT.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
But my God, the landscape has changed in wrestling.
My only hesitation here is that we are generally getting so fucking excited about this.
Yeah.
It won't live up to it, or what if something? I've got to hope that they know what they're doing, and they've put over the last 12 months. I've got faith in them. It's not like they've done me bad over the last 12 months. So I'm hoping they maintain that standard, that level, and they don't drop the ball with this, because this could be freaking groundbreaking.
So Don Katz did put a tweet out, which has been deleted. He said, AEW screwed AEW. Hear all about this Tuesday at Impact Wrestling. Thanks for the invite, Tony Khan. So I wouldn't even mind it if it's just Omega in Impact saying, I'm hiding here for a little bit.
But you need like the matches. That's the thing now. We've started talking about it. We're getting hyped for it, man. I want to see Young Bucks go against Motor City Machine Guns, or FTR against the Machine Guns, and just stuff like that. That's just Darby Allin versus EY or something crazy.
I wonder what Impact's reaction is going to be when I see Ali there. It's like, I thought you died.
Twin sister.
James Mitchell's back, so James Mitchell.
I
brought
her back.
Mitchell resurrected her as the bunny or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, exciting times nonetheless.
Yeah, very
really exciting times. Absolutely loving this. Just like fucking, oh my God, I can't believe what I've just heard. I cannot believe it. Fucking Impact. Jeez.
Both things have been so silent as well. No reports, no leak stuff.
No. You would have thought someone like Meltzer would have reported something like this was in the works, but
maybe it's under strict orders not to even fucking talk about it, just because as soon as people start talking about it, it's like, oh, you kind of half expect it. It's like, look, this is a vow sequence. You will keep your mouth shut. This is totally just on the night. Bam, there it is.
Remember 12th of November, Tony Khan got flack on a tweet that said, "Thank you everyone who watched Dynamite last night. A shift of wrestling balance of power has begun, and the winners will be the wrestling fans. Packs returned after 8 months, and I have aces up my sleeve in the weeks ahead. You won't get them all at once, but you'll get them all." And he got slack for that. And I bet Tony Khan probably sat there with middle fingers up at everyone saying,
I told you so, motherfuckers. Ah, that's probably what he was saying. Fuck.
"Oh, but yeah, see what the next few weeks brings us."
Yes, indeed. I watch Impact anyway, but I'll definitely be watching Impact next fucking Tuesday.
There are 2 of us that watch Impact, just saying.
You are?
There are 2 of us that watch Impact, just in case anybody thinks this is an Impact hating podcast.
Yeah, we watch Impact, thank you, Rush. We might even do. I'm thinking of doing an Impact pod. I don't know.
But I did say I don't have time to do a Thursday show after last week, but here I am again. Always need to finish work early on the Thursdays.
And we thank you for it, James. We thank you for it.
Well, pleasure's mine, especially for a show like this.
What a show.
Bloody hell. Best TV show all year.
It's got to be up there, hasn't it? It's got to be up there.
I can't think of a better wrestling TV show this year that happened. I think there was a.
I might even put pay-per-views up there as well. It's an absolutely fantastic show. The easiest 2 hours to watch I've ever had.
Oh, have you guys heard about AEW going to 3 hours at some point next year?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I ain't sure for Raw. Do you think they should?
I don't think they should.
But Raw struggles so much.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like the
unless they do have an hour for the women.
So
they start have more than one storyline on TV.
Maybe.
I think they could get over it. Based on what we've seen over the last 12 months, I think they'll make a better job of it than Raw.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think because there's so many guys that you don't see on a week-to-week basis at the minute still, and I don't think you could still have an extra hour and it still wouldn't overload it. I mean, I can't remember last time I saw Luchasaurus. I don't know whether he's quarantining or it was on injured or something. But
I think he's still injured.
So many guys that just there to be used when needed.
Yeah, well, we'll see in the weeks and months to come about what happens in the wacky world that is professional wrestling.
Fast forward 12 months, I'll be sat here crying about how when AEW went to 3 hours.
Right, let's wrap this up.
We're out of time, folks.
We're out of time, folks. It's so has anyone got any? You got another old school pod put out at all, or
there's a poll on?
There's a poll on. The choices are, so just off the top of my head: Armageddon 2000, December to December 2006, Armageddon 2008, which is currently winning, which I'm really shocked and happy about. Wouldn't mind reviewing that show. And it's better if just because he voted for it, if December to December wins, it won't be Ryan Power joining me on that. Because he helped on that vote.
Yeah, I voted for that.
Why?
You have to suffer as well watching it.
Sadist. I'm a sadist.
Yeah, and it also got TLC 2011, TLC 2015, and TLC 2016 on the list as well. Make sure to vote in the poll. Poll closes, put it on the 1st, didn't I? So that'd be next Tuesday, the poll shuts. And I hope you start recording next weekend.
Tremendous. We should have our usual Sunday show, possibly a prediction show, maybe, and the review show.
Since like 5 matches, might just put the predictions in the Sunday show.
Well, there's a poll on for Sunday as well, isn't there? We've got like top 5 title designs, top 5 female matches of all time, or female wrestlers of all time, top 5 AEW matches so far,
top 5 of 40 figures.
Yeah, and top 5 Rock Austin moments. just in case you thought there was only one.
But there's more than WrestleMania 17. Flipping heck. Sorry, dude, whoever said that, but bloody hell. Oh,
It's all banter here.
it's all bad until someone says somebody's company's shit, and then it all kicks off.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Or until
sorry.
Joe gets involved. I like that.
Yeah. Jeez,
Those three
bless him.
level-headed people. We can have a discussion.
Right,
Whereas
lads.
We'll just say something shite and just that's it.
we're out of time here, folks.
We're out of time here,
Oh.
folks.
Oh, yeah.
Flo, don't say goodbye just yet. Plug your socials again.
You can find me on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast, and I'm around on the Hardcam Wrestling Podcast Facebook page and the Wrestling Group Facebook page as well. You'll see me commenting.
You, Nick?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, which I am going to start using a lot more often now because I've kind of gone on a side mission thanks to fucking James. I'm rewatching all the old school WWE pay-per-views, so I'm probably going to be posting random shit about some mid-90s crappy pay-per-views that I'm watching at a given point. I'm currently on 94 at the minute. So.
Bloody hell. I suppose the first part of the 90s is 4 pay-per-views a year, weren't it?
Yeah. Well, I've got to In Your Houses now. I'm on 90. Yeah.
Oh,
Just started.
that's rough.
Yeah, I know. But I can do it, man. I can do it.
Excellent.
Mabel's just turned up, so it's all gone down.
The third man.
You still got a main event match to watch with him and Diesel yet?
No, not yet. I have just watched a banging match there between Bret Hart and Diesel. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, they have good matches.
So,
yeah, out of time, folks.
Find me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter at Yardy316. Follow the pod on Podbeam. Listen on Podbeam. And on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow the pod on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast.
Push that bell on YouTube.
Yeah, so you never miss an upload. We should be getting some unboxing videos soon. Cough, cough, Joe.
Yeah. Unbox that shit on YouTube, man.
Need the content.
Yes, we do. So that is us. We are out here. We'll see you soon. Right, folks. We're out of time.
We're out of time here, folks.